Live from historic Fenway Park here in Boston, Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Cincinnati Reds and the Boston Red Sox. Okay, Singy, let's get right to it. Quite the win streak on the line coming into this one.
Yeah, Boog, they seem to have a force field around them lately, but you know anything can happen. Looking forward to seeing what they have in store for us today.
First pitch coming your way next. Just a little bit away from first pitch, and on the hill, Cy Young. Singy, he is one of the best to ever do it.
Well, he comes in carrying a career ERA under 3. He's been fantastic ever since he broke into the big leagues. Can't wait to watch him pitch today.
In now for the Reds, Barry Larkin.
Shortstop, Barry Larkin.
What is All-Star Baseball? Is that a different league, I'm guessing? What league are you in now?
And that misses. And we are underway. Check swing, and he went. And the count 1-1. Young was recently named Pitcher of the Month for some outstanding work on the mound. And that's downstairs. 2 balls and a strike.
No question.
When can you get into All-Star Baseball? Is that just is that based off of age? Is that based off of skill? Like, what is that based off of? Done, Candelario. Okay.
Two and 1 now. Line to left. Ramirez makes the grab, 1 down. Here's the lineup for the Reds. They do a lot of things well in this offense, Siggy. They control the strike zone. They make pitchers work hard for outs. And as a result, one of the better OBP teams in the league.
Okay, that's pretty cool. That's coming right up. It's only 1 month.
Whether you go to instructional league, whether you go to spring training, you see these players even during batting practice. When it doesn't matter, they're practicing that type of approach, Boog. And when you have that filtering through the organization, even when you call up a player, they step right in and continue with the pattern that they have established at this level, which ultimately leads to a lot of success.
Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. You know, you translate on base percentage, it's basically this. Teams that have a high on base percentage, they don't make outs at a very
Yeah, the exact date's not a big deal, but I guess the bottom line is that it's coming up soon.
Tony Perez stands in now and watches strike 1.
I caught a break with my timing of playing the Reds this year. Reggie Sanders has a pulled back muscle he got in his last series, so I didn't have to face him in the first game. And I don't have to face him in this game. And who you don't see here is Joe Morgan, because he's on the injured list. He broke his ankle. So I'm facing the Reds, who have been really good, but I caught a break not having to play 2 of their great players.
Two out, space is empty.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
Well, the last time you said that, it was my brother. It wasn't me. So
Foul ball still, 1-2 count. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Nobody left for Cincinnati, and now the Red Sox get their turn. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show.
But I don't face the Reds much because they're in the National
Inside
League.
Fenway Park, and today's starting pitcher, Dontrelle Willis.
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4, but this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball, he's going to go out there and give it his best.
Now it's the shortstop, Honus Wagner. Wagner went deep in his most recent game.
Maybe I should have bunted here. Maybe not. Good down. Yeah.
So a man on base to start the inning. Stepping in, Hank Aaron.
He really needs to start making more contact, striking out nearly twice in each of the last 5 games.
That misses, and it's 1-0. Willis, a former Rookie of the Year, he features a 4-seam fastball, a slider.
Trevino has a poo-poo arm, so I'm definitely stealing. I just don't want them to pitch out.
That's in for a strike.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get to.
There goes the runner. This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Batting third, left
Check out the Red Sox lineup. A very athletic offensive group with speed.
That could have been nice if that would have been gone there.
Yeah, and it's so important that they have patient and quality at bats because the key is to get on base. If they do that, then they can create a whole lot of havoc on the base paths, skid runners around the score, and then that's going to get you some good pitches to hit as well. So
Yeah, I feel like the Reds have been like my Red Sox. So my Red Sox have been hot lately. What do you think of the Devers trade? What you think of that? As a non-Red Sox fan.
That's out to center field.
Come on.
Drifts towards it. Makes the catch. 2 down. Willie Mays digging in now.
You didn't like the trade? Well, I mean, I feel like the trade is... I actually don't think the trade's that bad.
That one finds the zone.
A lot of Red Sox fans, I feel like, are overreacting to it. Trust me, I didn't want to trade Devers either. So, like, I get it. But
Runner takes off.
I do feel like...
And that's a stolen
I do feel like he was kind of turning into, like, a bad influence in the locker room. Like, if you look at the Red Sox roster in real life, everybody on that roster plays multiple positions, and Devers didn't even want a DH when they brought it to him at the start of the year. He's like, "No, I'm a third baseman." It's like, dude, you're not a very good third baseman, which is why they signed Bregman. Bregman's a Gold Glove third baseman, so just DH, like, be a team player. Then Casas gets hurt, and they want him to play first, and he's like, "No, I just got used to being a DH. Now I don't want to play first." So, I don't know, I feel like he just kind of acted like a big old baby. And I'm definitely going to miss his bat in the lineup, because dude had power. Bregman's been good for the Red Sox so far. But, yeah, I mean, I'm going to miss him, especially against the Yankees, because he was a Yankee killer. But, when you look at the Red Sox, I mean... Let's look at Roman Anthony, #1 prospect in baseball. He's a center fielder. What's he doing for the Red Sox? He's playing right field. Marcell Lemaitre, top 10 prospect in baseball. Shortstop. But what's he doing for the Red Sox? Playing third base. Look at Christian Campbell. Plays second and center field. Look at Cedar Rafaela. Plays center field, second, and shortstop. Hasn't played a ton of infield this year. But... look at David Hamilton, plays second and shortstop. Look at Abraham Toro, plays first and third. Romy Gonzalez, first and third.
His 19th
Even Connor Wong last year
it's 1-0.
was the catcher, but he also played second base a couple games, and he played first base a couple games. So everyone on the team moves around and is willing to do what's best for the team, except Devers wouldn't even be like, no, I don't want to play DH. Like, what, bro?
And make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Now batting Jamer Candelario. Cut on and lifted in the air. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Batting sixth.
So digging in, Matt McClain. McClain getting the start at second, 25 years old, a former first-round pick in 2021, and that is downstairs. And that's
I mean, they got a young young left-handed pitcher, 23. He's a beat prospect on MLB The Show. Like, Kyle's not terrible. Jordan Hicks hasn't been very good. I don't think he's going to be that good. I kind of think he was kind of a throw-in. But Tibbs, the prospect they got, he was taken 13th overall in the draft last year. It's not like they got all scrub prospects. They got a guy who was picked in the first round last year. Top 15 pick. I don't know. See how that works out.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. Hank makes the catch, inning over. Red strike first with the solo blast. It's now
I like that alternate logo from the Reds with that mustache baseball guy.
Back now at Fenway, and now the DH, Ted Williams.
Designated hitter, Ted Williams.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates
What are we talking about?
hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch, top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
And now the veteran third baseman, Gary Sheffield. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
The Tigers are a top 3 team in the American League right now. But what team were you talking about? Were you talking about the Red Sox? Because Bregman's definitely better than that. But he's hurt right now.
0-1.
One down, base is empty. Pitch misses, and it's 1-1.
The Rockies are poop.
On the ground, right side. Over to Perez. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. And now the first baseman, David Ortiz.
But the Rockies won today. They beat Washington.
And his teammates more than an RBI per game over his last 10.
Fouled off left side.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That misses, and it's 2-1.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
Just missed. Jason Varitek waits on deck. He swings and fouls one off.
Dang, well, this has been cruising these first couple innings versus me.
And that's ball 4. Tried another slider, but it missed the plate.
What a battle.
Yeah, the Rockies used to be a good team. I remember 10 years ago when they had Trevor Story and Troy Tulowitzki. Tulo was a good player, underrated player. Charlie Blackmon, Carlos Gonzalez, Cargo was a beast too.
A little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
And that's off the inside edge. 2 balls, no strikes. Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. Ortiz leads off first with 2 down to the inning. That one ripped left field, and it bangs off the monster. The throw in, and the throw's offline, safe at third.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
Nico Horner will come up to hit.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Runners on first and third, 2 away here in the 2nd game of the series.
How many innings did he pitch tonight? I saw he was coming back. I figured he'd only pitch an inning or 2.
That's ball 1.
They're going to kind of build him up like a rehab start, I thought.
Line drive, that's a base hit. The run scores from third. It's an RBI single. We're tied at 1.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And here is Honus Wagner on the outside corner. Strike 1.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game. There, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and getting out of this little jam.
Traffic on the bases with 1 already in at bottom half of inning number 2. Now he breaks his bat. Reaching for it, makes the catch.
Yeah, I thought the first one of that bat would have been rolled the ball. That was a strike. So
all even at 1 apiece.
I really want the Robo strike zone. I don't even want the challenge system. I think next year they put that challenge system in. But me personally, I feel like we should just go to the automatic strike zone. We have the technology. Just get the calls right on what's a strike and what's not. Let's go from there. The ump can still be behind home plate. He just doesn't need to call balls and strikes. Like, even if he's 95% accurate, why can't we? If we can be 100%, why not just be 100? I don't get it.
In the air, center field.
That's like saying you have the ability to have $1 million. You're gonna choose to have $900,000. And for no benefit, like you're not giving away the $100,000, you're not investing the $100,000. It's like you're legitimately just choosing to not have the extra $100,000 for literally no reason. Like if we're 90% accurate versus 100% accurate, why not just be 100% accurate? I don't get it.
And that misses. 1-0.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Tied up here in the early going. And a good eye there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
2 strikes.
Swings and misses on the
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I get the way it is now, but just because the way it is now is the way it's been, doesn't mean that's the way it should be. Like,
As a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect the pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
Larkin in the box now. No balls and a strike. That one the other way. He's got it, and that'll end the inning.
What you mean, Jared?
Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been
What settings?
Hey, Aaron.
Is there something specific you want me to check? What you mean check the settings?
For the big, for the small, the short,
Oh,
risk takers, for the
they got the sound. I mean, I'm talking about real life. Like, so the way we play it is we play it like the way it is played in real life. So
and extroverts. For the thinkers,
each umpire's personality affects the strike zone calls. So we leave that on because that's kind of real life. So you have average, uses MLB averages to affect the strike zone calls. I'm not really sure how that changes things. Perfect would be robo umps, and they don't have those in real life. So I would love that to happen in real life. And then if they did that in real life, I'd go to this for the game. But I feel like personalized is kind of how it is in real life. Like different umpires have different strike zones a little bit. So
Eighth inning underway, a ground ball to the second baseman Young off the bat. And stayed on Raphael, one pitch, one out.
no, because so I don't do that because that's not how it is in real life. So we try to play it to how the game is played, you know.
One of the amazing things about
Not just gonna change the rules. Now in real life, if they go to the robo strike zone, then we'll be playing on perfect.
And that drops in for a strike.
In terms of that consistency, making an all-star game in 21 straight seasons is a pretty good indicator of what a steady player Hank was.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Now at the plate, Manny Ramirez. He's 0 for 1. Ball one there. Hank gets his lead
Because that's the way it's played in real life. So those are the rules of the game as currently constructed. So that's just how we play it.
Runner on the go. Pitch is high. Throw to second. Great jump. And that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close. And the go-ahead run is now in.
Yeah, we try to keep it as realistic as possible. Besides the fact that, you know, there's dead people playing baseball.
Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. Runner at second, nobody out. On the ground to third. Candelario on to first. One gone, bottom of the third inning.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front, rolled over it, put it on the ground.
So now it's the full-hole hitter, Willie Mays. Struck out looking his first time. And that's way high. And that's
Sure, first rule is don't trust anybody. Because in the league, you're going to get people, if you know that they're new, if they know you're new, they're going to tell you, they're going to try to give you advice and try to rip you off. They're going to try to trade you a bunch of pennies for a $100 bill. So depending on your league size, if you're in a league that's got like 10 teams, a lot of it depends on the league settings. It's hard for me to tell you exactly, but most times you want the elite players. You don't want to trade an elite player for like a bag of donuts.
One out and a runner at second here. The second baseman, Willie Mays. Struck out looking his first time. And that's way high. And that's the full-hole hitter, Willie Mays. So now it's the full-hole hitter, Willie Mays. Struck out looking his first time. And that's way high. And that's the full-hole hitter, Willie Mays.
An elite player for like a bag of donuts.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
Off the plate inside, and the count now 2-0.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Now one missed.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with a middle-of-the-order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
And a slider in there for a strike. Runner at second, 2 down. And that one clips the corner.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. Back here in Boston, start of the 4th, and now the designated hitter for the Reds, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Line drive ripped down the left side towards the left field corner. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in, and he's got a leadoff double.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No mess.
No, fantasy baseball, you don't. It's all actual players. So you're drafting only. There's no legends. It's only players who are currently playing baseball. Because what you're doing is you're trying to draft players who are currently playing. And you try to take those players and you want to try to hope they have a good season, and you want to predict who's going to do what. And you want to try to build the team that gets like the best stats. So like my fantasy baseball league is a fairly simple league. It's got 4 categories on offense: runs scored, home runs, RBIs, and steals. Actually, it's got 5, and average. Runs scored, RBIs, home runs, steals, and average. And then my pitching categories are wins, saves, strikeouts, ERA, and WHIP. So on a good week, the best week you could have, you'd go 10-0. You would win all the categories. Your team would have the best ERA, strikeouts, saves, WHIP, all that stuff. Home runs, RBIs. Now you could tie. You could go 5-5. Each team could win 5. So each week you play a different opponent in your fantasy league, and their teams are made up of different types of players. Yeah, there's no signing anybody, so depending on how the league goes too, well, it's hard to say. You could say there's signing, like there will be free agents, but you have to drop one of your players to pick up a free agent. So if somebody gets hurt, you can drop them.
We're just 2 games in, so hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Done. In the box now as he looks at ball 1. Second plate appearance of the day for him. Smoked on the ground to second. Sends it to first. And that is that.
Yeah, like this morning I dropped Jeffrey Springs from Sacramento. And I picked up Jake Irving from Washington because he was playing Colorado. He did okay for me. He got me like 5 strikeouts. His ERA wasn't very good. But I'm going to drop him tomorrow and make a different move. He starts again Sunday, so I could keep him for the 2-start week, but I don't want to play him Sunday against the Dodgers. I'd rather just not even have him, have someone else the rest of the week.
And stepping in for Boston, David Ortiz. The walk and a run scored is
so like you go to your draft, depending on how many teams you have in your league. My team has my league is 8 teams, so I won the league last year, and so that means I picked 8th this year. So my first round pick was Fernando Tatis, 8th overall. So I think Ohtani went first, or like Bobby Witt went second.
he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
I don't remember the rest of them, but then usually a lot of teams, a lot of leagues have snaking drafts. So instead of 1 through 8, then 1 through 8, and then 1 through 8 every single round, usually to try to balance it out. So like, if you pick 8th in the first round, you pick 1st in the second round. Correct. Yeah, it's based on how they do this year. So like, you could pick someone and they could have a terrible year. So you're trying to predict like who's going to have the best year.
In that plate appearance, works the walk.
Oh, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
So I took Mookie Betts. I don't remember where I took Mookie. I think I took Mookie in the 3rd round. Did I get Mookie really that late? I'm actually going to go look now because it doesn't sound right to me. But I'm pretty sure I took Tatis 8th overall. I took Devers 9th overall, and I think I took Mookie in the 3rd round.
But in this count, he's going to have to give in.
No, I lied. I took Tatis 8th overall. Then in the first pick of the 2nd round, I took Mookie Betts, and he's kind of had a down year for the first time in maybe forever. And then I took Devers 24th overall. And then I blew it, and I took Blake Snell 25th overall. Dude's been hurt almost the whole year. So my league, fortunately, has 4 injured list spots. So I put him on my injured list spot, and it lets you pick up another player to replace him.
At first, 1 gone. And ball 4, 2 aboard. So here's Horner now. RBI single his last time up.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Swing and a ground ball, and it's just foul. That was close.
Yeah, in about 15 minutes. I usually stay up late. I usually don't go to bed at least till 1:30.
Bases now loaded. Only 1 away.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
Wagner in the box now. Takes strike 1. And that one is lifted in the air. Drops into the glove.
Uh-oh.
The runner from 3rd.
Oh, that was not good.
Gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning.
Always exciting to see a play that
And he had him done.
2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
And for a bad throw there, it was not. It was a very accurate throw. Yeah, I don't wake up early though, so I get good sleep. I get enough sleep.
And a strike on the outside corner at 95. These 2 offenses can put up runs in a hurry. That's in there, and it's 0-2.
This game has been so tight, feels like the next team to score will win it.
It wasn't the strongest throw, but it was definitely accurate. So. Not too hard to get David Ortiz out on a shallow fly ball. As long as you make an accurate throw, and that's what he did. He made an accurate throw, so give him credit there.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
It's been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday, another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
McClain takes a ball as he stands in for the 2nd time.
Counts 1-0.
And a foul ball.
Nah, he one-hopped it to home.
Base is empty.
Shallow left.
So far, all we've seen in this at-bat are fastballs. Look for him to slow it down right here ahead in the count.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. No messing around with the pitch calling in that sequence right there. 4 pitches, all fastballs.
Yeah, and that makes me think that was the plan before the at-bat even started. If you think you can simply just beat a guy with only your fastball, why throw him anything else until he shows you he can handle it?
Hines batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. To the right side, and it stays fair. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. He's in there.
Well, I would have to be up by 10 runs or down by 8 runs first to do that, I think is the MLB rule. And I don't know if they'll actually let me. Maybe they would. I haven't tried that this year.
And here's the catcher, Jose Trevino. Check swing, called strike.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with this speed. A base hit is probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Fastball for a strike.
He's clearly out there throwing pitchers' pitches in this situation. First base is open. He walks him. No big deal.
Man on second, 2 down. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. So stepping in from Boston, Hank Aaron. Hank measures 6 feet even, 180 pounds. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP.
You know, these Red Sox, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've already seen 8 line drives from
I could trade for Ichiro if he was on the game, but yeah, he's not on the game. I kind of wish he was. But then you kind of got to take someone off. But I do agree, like, why is Ichiro not on the game? But Raul Ibanez is on the game. Come on, man. Like, I just hate when they put the bum legends in the game. Like, any legend that's under an 80 overall should not be a legend in the game. I'm sorry. You're not really a legend if you're under an 80 overall. Why is Raul Ibanez on MLB The Show as a 73? And I know they do supercharged events and blah, blah, blah. It's just like, to me, you want to talk about a legend? Look at, like, Rob Dibble, 93. I get it, but we don't do that, because then we could decide who we play with and whatnot. We start the game immediately. As soon as the game comes out, we start our franchise as quickly as we can. Dontrelle Willis, legend. Rookie of the Year. All-Star, same year. That's why he's a legend.
And that'll be a strike. With the changeup, even it up 1-1. Well, you're seeing Weiser go to the changeup a lot.
Tony Perez, legend.
The command of the heater right here.
400 home runs in, well, he actually only ended up with 380-ish. But Tony Perez, still, legend. 97. And I'm done, legend. 450 home runs. Eric Davis, ton of steals, ton of home runs. Like, legend. You know who's not a legend? Raul Ibanez.
Last half of inning number 5. That one close, ruled a ball. And that is ball 1. And there's a ball. Just missed.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Booth.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, he's been in a very giving mood today.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Ted Williams now at the plate. Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs,
and I could do that.
Expand the zone, he's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
I could try to recreate that. Show you where we started off with everybody. I feel like most of them are obvious, but there is like,
now here's a flare off the bat.
I don't know, there's a good percentage, like I'd say 80% of the legends are obvious, but there is like probably 20% where you're like, ooh, like Gary Sheffield, perfect example. Alright, his picture on his card is a Marlin. He's from Florida. Started a couple years in Milwaukee. Like, not great. San Diego for a year and a half. Went to Miami. I think he won a World Series in Miami. He won the batting title with San Diego, though. And the Silver Slugger. But then Silver Slugger from 96 to 05. So another Silver Slugger in Miami. A couple good years in LA. A couple years in Atlanta. New York. Detroit. Like, he's a tough... Where do you put Gary Sheffield? I'd say not Detroit. It's not... As I was on the line, I wouldn't say the Mets. The Yankees could be a good one, but sometimes part of the decision-making is how many legends does my brother have going in the season versus how many do I have. Because you can say he belongs in the Yankees for his 230 home run seasons, but then my brother has to not get another legend because the Red Sox don't have as many. So it's interesting.
I'm curious how he decides to attack on the mound. This guy at the plate has been great hitting under pressure this year.
First pitch just misses.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
And that one fouled off.
No, it shows TOT for total. So, like, if they played more than one game on two different teams, it just shows total. So, like, for Sheffield, for Willis, it's Cincinnati. For Sheffield, this shows total. But, like, for Willie Mays this year, it'll show Boston because he played a game with Boston this year. Someone else I traded for, for me, it should show total because I traded for him during the year, so he played some on Kansas City and some on Boston.
The spot for the hitter definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a drive. Deep left field. Raging back towards the wall. And it hits off the monster. 1 runs in. Now a second.
Let's go, Chef.
And it's 3-1.
Well, this one started with a bad jump, a bad read off of the bat. He ends up having to try to leap out of desperation. Can't come down with it, and it turned into extra bases.
Yeah, now Terry Francona makes his way out of the dugout towards the mound, and he'll make a change. Dontrell Willis done for the night, and it wasn't his best start, but he kept them in it to this point, and we'll come back with a new arm.
I gotta look at that replay.
Now pitching for
New pitcher for the Reds, Tony Santiago.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen.
Okay, let's see how close he was to actually catching this ball.
Now leading 62 in the 6th inning. Romaine touching 100 miles an hour for 1 inning. Let's keep going. Beautiful, beautiful night in Seattle.
Maybe his glove's too close to the wall.
Nearly midnight.
He definitely could have caught that. But there's a reason why Adam Dunn was DH for some of his career. 64 fielding, 59 reaction time. Played first base for a little while.
3-2.
Maybe for a lot of while. Outfielder to start his career with Cincinnati. Played some first. Played a ton of first. Here with Washington.
What is it doing?
Can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Now a chance for David Ortiz. First pitch misses. Red Sox by 2. Ripped, but it curls foul. That one ripped. And it's off the green monster. Run comes in from second. The throw in. Safe at second. He legs out the double.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
So runner at second, 2 down. And next for the Red Sox, Jason Varitek. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Next offering is downstairs. Ortiz at second with 2 down. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. On the ground to third. Throws to first. They limit the damage here. 3 runs for him here, and they move.
He definitely could have made that one play, but
the Red Sox 4 and the Reds 1.
I'll take it.
Back here in Boston, all set for the top of the 6th. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Stuart Fairchild. Young,
Hopefully we win tonight. We're up 2-0 right now. I'm watching.
Pitch misses there.
Be a good start to the post-Rafael Devers era. When Anthony hit a home run. Let's go.
And another ball. That one outside. And that's ball 3.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And, Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
All right, yeah, don't get caught. Don't get in trouble, man.
Is in for a strike.
All right, now he may
Get some
have
sleep.
not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the
I'll
other
talk to you
calls,
tomorrow.
but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Pulls it in on the run. And there's 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Connor Falefa, the next to hit, takes ball one.
Ball one, no strike.
2 down, nobody
Talk to you later,
on.
Jared.
We're the top half of the 6th. And that's outside.
That ball went out.
Check swing. He went. That's strike 1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
In the air, right field. Aaron moves towards it. And that's the 3rd out. Nothing doing. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings.
Second baseman, Nico Horner.
And first offering is fouled off. Yeah, that's fouled off. The 0-2. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Done. Squeezes it, and there's 1 down.
As good as he's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand, you cannot hang a breaking ball right there. Lucky it stayed in the ballpark.
Wagner in the box here, lets that one go for a ball. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. One down, base is empty. Hit in the air, center field. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Hank.
Now it's the power speed
Aaron.
combo. Hank Aaron, 1 for 3. Fastball for a strike. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Well, you got the hitter
0-2
already
count.
chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
And
1
ball
ball,
1.
2 strikes.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
That one is absolutely belted. And this one looks like trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his 2nd hit.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
And now, Manny Ramirez.
Counts 1-0.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. Hank on at second with 2 down. Hit on the ground to Candelario. Over to Perez. And that's the inning. 1 left for the Red Sox, but they lead it 4-1. Top of inning number 7. And here's the first baseman, Tony Perez. Foul ball there. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-2.
Well, that's textbook pitching right there. I mean, he executed those first two pitches perfectly.
And that's down and away.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
That's off the mark, and the count is even 2-2. Strike three, struck him out for the third time today.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Boog, get back on track. His team needs him.
And now it's going to be Adam Dunn. He's already homered in this game. That one catches the zone. 0-1.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Swings through that one out in front that time. The Red Sox leading by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7. That missed by a lot. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Swings through it for the K. He notches strikeout number 150 this season.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. Blind into right. Hank makes the play, and it's out number 3. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. The Red Sox 4 and the Reds 1.
Now pitching for
Josh Staumont gets the call from the pen.
63.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now Willie Mays, a walk and a pair of strikeouts.
Willie Mays.
And takes low for ball 1. And there's a foul ball. Next offering is outside. Next offering is fouled back.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Pitch misses there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a line drive slicing into right field, and that's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Next to hit, Ted Williams. Ball 1 there. Nobody out. Runner at first. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
1-1.
That one
Ball
misses, and a count 2-1.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Runner takes off, and that is out of play. Runner at first with no outs here. Runner goes again. Pitch misses. Saved at second with a stolen base. Three-two. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That one is blasted left field towards the monster. It's a bomb. He circles the bases. His 19th home run of the year. It's 6-1.
Scary for a pitcher when a guy can take a fastball down the middle and hit it to the opposite field. No holes in a swing like that. And that time, that ball was hit hard.
Gary Sheffield digs in now.
Drove it off the wall last time. Just missed out on a home run.
Inside, almost got him. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Misses off the inside, and it's 2-0. Right through there for a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swung on, belted. Fairchild going back. This one's going to carry, and it's gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. His 21st of the year, and they boost their lead. It's 7-1.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Now the Reds manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Josh Stamont gives way, and as he heads Emilio Pagan on the pitch here.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
And now David Ortiz. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And that one pulled foul. Nobody out with 3 runs in already this frame. All Red Sox in this one. The 1-1 is fouled off. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That one missing inside. On the ground, and foul ball.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
And a swing and a miss, and now one away.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Looks like a pinch hitter for the Red Sox, Austin Riley.
And what a great guy to be able to turn to off the bench, huh?
There's a swing and a drive. And out of here, he deposits that one into the monster seats. Their third home run of the inning, and they add a run. It's 8-1.
I love the approach as a pinch hitter right there. Don't let him steal a strike on you just because you're coming in cold off the bench. If you get something to handle, jump all over it. And he was on that one. That's a big boost to the dugout.
One down. Here's Nico Warner. Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Ozzie Smith.
Ozzie Smith.
That's in there. That misses, and 1-1. Swing, and he breaks his bat. And he makes the catch. Out number 2. 2 down, bases empty. And now Honus Wagner.
Honus Wagner.
And that's in for a strike. 0-1.
0-1. That's out.
Line drive and foul ball. Good job to fight that one off. Outside. The count now 2-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. But they go deep 3 times in the inning and score 4. We look ahead to inning. We go to the 8th and ready to hit now for Cincinnati. Matt McLain. Young still out there to pitch the 8th and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one. And at this point, he wants to finish what he started.
Is there a debate to be had about shutting him down, maybe to preserve some bullets given the score?
Absolutely. When you consider over the course of a long season, guys putting a lot of stress on that elbow, on that shoulder, but you also have to. Pry the ball out of a hand of a guy like this because he's so competitive.
Freddie Fermin, the new catcher now. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
0-1's the count.
Young into his 8th inning of work, Singy. He's been good.
Yeah, he's the type of guy that gets better as he gets deeper into the ball game. If you're going to get to him, you get to him early. They didn't do that today. We'll see what happens as this finishes.
Pitch count in great shape. It seems he might have a chance to finish it. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And he keeps putting up the Ks. That's number 11. Reese Hines, the next to hit for the Reds. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. Just off the outside edge. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next offering upstairs. Stays alive. Swings and misses, and he's up to 12 strikeouts on the day. Next for Cincinnati, Jose Trevino.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
That clips the corner. Off the mark there. Ball 1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Oh, that one rides up and in.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And that's downstairs. And now it's filled up 3-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Got him swinging. And he strikes out the side for the 2nd time today. Ready for the bottom of the 8th, and stepping in for Boston, Hank Aaron. Pagan, a 6'2 righty, 210 pounds, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2013. And it's fouled away. That one missed. Swings and misses, struck him out.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically, he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
Ramirez stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. And that one is inside ball one. The Red Sox up big in this one. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Outside low. And that's ball 2.
2-1.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. He'll circle the bases, his 17th of the year. It's 9-1. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boo. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dip. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at-bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Now the Reds manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Emilio Pagan out of the game, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Reds, Taylor Rogers.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Checked his swing on the 1-0 and appeal to first. Yes, he did. That's a swing. That's off the inside corner. 2-2. This to third. Candelario on to first. Mays retired at first. 2 outs, base is empty. Ted Williams getting ready to hit. He's already homered here in this one. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Activity in the bullpen for the Reds. Nick Martinez getting ready to go. And a foul ball. Next pitch is outside. That one pushed foul. Two outs. Pitch misses. 3-2 now. Gary Sheffield would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
That's ball 4. Tried another sweeper, but couldn't find a zone.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Fought off foul. That one way inside. Williams off of first with 2 away. That one the other way, and that's a fair ball. Coming home. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back.
Red
It's the
Sox.
top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the
Number
mound,
29.
Tarek Skubal.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Now it's the right fielder, Stuart Fairchild. Now into the ball game on defense, Pete Crow Armstrong. He'll be out in left field.
Number 52.
Just
Crow
missed.
Armstrong.
Falling behind 2-1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
You see the velocity 97 with that fastball. Got him. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. Barry Larkin, the next to hit for the Reds. 0 for 3 in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Out to center. Mays has it sized up. Corrals it. 2 down. So it's their last chance in this one. Now it's the Reds DH, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Close one, doesn't get the call. 1-0. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Crow Armstrong ranges back, and it bangs off the monster. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Everything came together for him. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
It's a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow say,
Got it! And that's the ball game.
Every night they come to play, and they've racked up a really impressive win streak to this point. To win this many games in a row, you have to be at least a little lucky, but more than that, you have to execute. We're seeing...